Conversaciones sobre el apartheid. De Sudáfrica a Palestina es una actividad que forma parte de la Semana contra el Apartheid israelí, que en esta, su 16ª edición, está dedicada a la lucha global contra el racismo y que tiene como lema Unidas contra el racismo. Queremos dejar claro que la lucha por Palestina forma parte de la lucha global antirracista. Después de más de 70 años de políticas de ocupación, apartheid, colonialismo y vulneración del derecho internacional del Estado de Israel contra el pueblo palestino, la historia y la experiencia de Sudáfrica son un ejemplo que nos permiten encontrar un camino para defender desde la no violencia los derechos humanos del pueblo palestino.
Que el racismo va más allá de las actitudes más explícitas, que no son más que la punta del iceberg. Bajo la superficie se esconde toda una masa enorme formada por prejuicios y estereotipos en lo social que nacen de toda una estructura que, lejos de promover la desaparición del racismo, lo afianza y lo hace cada vez más sutil y sofisticado para que se convierta en imperceptible a los ojos desentrenados de la mayoría de la sociedad.
My own experience brought testimony to this during my visit to occupied Palestine in November 2017. In its characteristics, both apartheids in Israel as well as here in South Africa were ideological, statutory, political, as well as demographic in the economic, social, and spatial planning. Demographically, the footprint of historic Palestine is being systematically erased. Neighborhoods that were once entirely Palestinian in character have been liquidated. Those who continue to supply weapons, ammunition, and military technologies to apartheid Israel are complicit in its genocide, ethnic cleansing, and crimes against humanity. It is no exaggeration to say that our freedom would have been impossible as South Africans to achieve without the role played by civil society structures, political formations, religious and faith-based organizations, progressive business, NGOs, and CBOs. Some of the lessons learned, though, are the unity of the oppressed is crucial. And therefore, BDS is a Palestinian-led movement which strives to advocate for freedom, justice, and equality. But also BDS upholds the simple principle that Palestinians are entitled to the same rights as the rest of humanity. But also BDS has been widely criticized or criminalized for their belief that Israel must abandon its settlements in the West Bank, which are a violation of international law. Those 6 million Palestinians living in exile have to become active ambassadors for the Palestinian struggle. They have to ensure that wherever they are placed in the world, wherever they are located, they have to be active ambassadors, and they have to be the voice of oppressed Palestinians and ensure that that message reaches every corner around the world, wherever they may be. We have to ensure we do not rest, we do not tire until we achieve a free Palestine. BDS is playing a crucial role in bringing Palestinians together and in ensuring that they fight a common enemy, that being the brutal apartheid regime of Israel. We are making a global call in support of BDS, because BDS is not rallying on partisan lines. It is calling on all Palestinians to unite against a common enemy, to boycott, divestment, and ensure we are able to place sanctions against the apartheid Israeli regime.
Para acabar, me gustaría dar las gracias primeramente a ti, Chief, por dedicarnos tu tiempo, por responder tan amablemente y de forma extensa y elaborada a todas las preguntas. A Natalia, muchísimas gracias también por tu presencia en este acto y sobre todo a las organizadoras, a las personas asistentes que en el momento álgido de la retransmisión hemos llegado a ser 1000 personas conectadas, ¿de acuerdo? A las preguntas interesantes que se han hecho y sobre todo, a las traductoras, porque sin ellas este acto no se podría haber llevado a cabo tampoco.